All right, Carmen, I will, not in full transparency, I'm not going to try and be a Norton sales expert. I am not. I like good looking bikes. I like cafes, particularly English ones. But yeah, what I want to do, the purpose of this video really is for me to try and shine some light on this bike so you can see it as if you were here in person, knowing that you have a high expectation as far as the motorcycles that you want to add to your collection. I will point out things that essentially a new one wouldn't show. So if we were comparing this to the brand new one right beside it, I'll do my best to highlight the things that I see for you to make note of. Being a 2016, I will find out a little bit more information on it as far as how we acquired it and what information I have access to. I don't always get everything that I would like. I don't always get a full history. But like I said, I'll happily try and find out as much as I can for you. So yeah, to begin with, we'll start from tip to tail. You do have that carbon fiber fender. Now, I took a cloth over this just to make sure I wasn't missing anything. And what's showing, and I want to see if I can feel it, but what's showing is a little light there. So I don't know if that is a manufacturer bubble or if it is actually something to be concerned about, but I can feel it. I can't really see it. But otherwise, to me, the fender looks fantastic. Carbon fiber naturally doesn't show a lot. It's good that way. All of our pre-owned bikes also go through the shop, so they do a mechanical multi-point inspection and any reconditioning that may be required. I wanted to have a look at the forks, especially any different colored ones, because they are prone to getting pitting, rock chips. These ones actually look fantastic. What I love about these bikes is that they come with Olin suspension. Unlike Harley, you have to add it. Same, you're looking at cable braided lines. Headlamp, I didn't notice, it looks like I missed the spot. It looks like some bud stuff. So yeah, just kind of keep going around, show what I can. Tires have to meet spec for us. So there's the VIN. Fortunately with Norton no longer being a current present in business manufacturer, I don't really have a resource to call. A lot of off brands I will call the local dealership and see what I can find out. I don't seem to have that option here. The tank, as I was mentioning, swirl marks. I see them. I'm quite particular about swirl marks. So every now and then you can see, especially like kind of up in here. I think the average person probably wouldn't particularly be fussed, but I want to point those out to you. Black is just naturally prone to it. The gloss can just attract swirl marks over years, and it's just happened even if it hasn't been ridden that much. You know, maybe the person cleaned it a lot, but again, I think for the year it's in phenomenal shape, but something that I do see that a new one typically wouldn't have a lot of. And the guy that owned it before must have had long legs, because there is some wear right there, right where the tank starts bending in, and it's on the other side. So I'm assuming he's pinching the tank a little bit, must have some longer knees that don't fit in that tank groove there. So you can see those swirl marks. Sometimes a good ceramic coat can actually fill them, a good cut and polish. Of course, we can't do it with every motorcycle here, unfortunately. But I'll go to the other side when I get to the other side. So, you've got your controls. Norton always kept it pretty simple, which is awesome. marks all go down. So the motor looks incredibly clean, really well kept. No concerns of any residue or leaking that I can see. Your exhaust does show some heat marks, so something to be aware there. A new one obviously wouldn't, but if you fire up a bike enough, it will show some heat marks. In your tank, depending on how often pants and things rubbed, you get those black marks, and that's all very much a surface clear coat. But like I said, compared to new, that's what this one would have. The Sport MK2 was the upgrade option, where you do get that carbon fiber fender. There was an option for a 2-up seat. The person that purchased this clearly went with just a solo. Your Öhlins rear suspension, and from what I gather, this is an aftermarket exhaust. It's not branded, could just be the mufflers, but something from my research showed that it wasn't quite like the ones I was seeing from factory. Also must have had maybe a passenger at some point, but I see some what looks like boot marks from my experience on the exhaust there. Seat, virtually brand new. Maybe it's just a little bit cleaner there. Honestly, it doesn't even look like it was sat in. It's in probably the best shape of the bike. You can see that Norton white stitch is still nice and clean and crisp. Try to get it so it's not fuzzy for you. And then yeah, your tail end. I know it's gonna sound super salesy, but this camera's bringing up a lot with that lighting, those swirl marks. In person, I do see it where the light hits directly, but I'm not seeing the rest of it with my eye itself, but my camera is bringing it up quite clearly, which for this purpose is fantastic. No scratches, no dings. I'll double check that one. Actually, I'm gonna grab my cloth so I don't muck around with it too much. That was just fuzz. There we go. Just go into the other side. Sorry, that's my shoe. Just the other side of the seat there for you. Of course, your side plate. I do see, again, why I think maybe it did have a passenger kit at some point, or maybe he rested his foot. I couldn't tell you, but I do see some shoe marks there. Just going up to that tank. And much like the other side, it looks like the clear has kind of basically been rubbed away by what I would assume is a knee. And then again, the exhaust. But yeah, let's start with that, and if you want me to do some close-ups on anything else, let me know. Overall, like from here, you don't see any of those swirl marks, so I'm getting really in there and getting picky for you. And yeah, let me know what you think and if you have any other questions, and I will find as much as I can out. All right, talk to you later. Bye.